Welcome back to another video, guys. Now this video is a video you've been waiting for. A lot of you been asking me how I make my vegan homemade patties. Now here it is, guys. What I want you to remember in making this recipe, right? Flaky pastry, you have to have everything cold. So all my bowls, everything that I'm going to use, I've been chilling it overnight. Now it makes a difference because you don't want to, when you're working with the fat, it melts away too quickly, right? So the milk, we have here chunk veggie mince. We're going to be using vegetable shortening and vegan butter. Now we're going to use half of the 1 stick of butter. Remember, everything you're going to be using has to be cold. My fat is cold. I've been putting it in the freezer from the night before just because I know in here it's going to be hot while working and talking, right? All right, so let's get started. All right, just so you know, I've been soaking this for a little because I want to season it up, because everything we're going to be doing it the next day. So I want this to marinate nicely. I want my dough to set so the gluten is not too much in there. We want everything to use the next day, not the same day. All right, this is how I make mine. This is what worked for me and I'm sharing it with you. All right, let's put this over here and start with the flour. Now the flour, I have here 3.5 cups of flour. We're going to be using some white sugar. I have here turmeric and curry just for additional flavor in this right now. We're also going to be using some salt. Now, making patties, trust me, if you're Jamaican, I'm not sure about other Caribbean country, but I'm sure about Jamaica, like most of the population, patty is our daily meal. I'm not gonna kid you, and it is very easy to make. Now if you're Jamaican, you would know that patty, we're famous for that. Tasty patty, juicy beef patty, mother's patty. I'm not sure which one is your favorite, but we're going to make some homemade ones, so them company don't have nothing over you today. All right, let's get started now with the fat. It's very cold and hard, so I want to just get it in there. I am going to grate this and come back, right? Now we're going to add like a tablespoon of vinegar to the milk, just because I think the vinegar helps to create some of the flakes, right? And also to kind of relax the gluten in the dough. So with a pastry blender, you're going to go in now with your fat. I just pass it through the food processor, guys, because I tell them I can't find my grater. And you want to properly incorporate everything in the flour, right? I prefer not to use my fingers because I have extremely warm hands and I don't want to melt the fat. Flaky pastry is not about paste. You know, you have different types of pastry: puff pastry, flaky pastry, phyllo, and a few others, right? We're going to be working with the flaky today. Okay, now that our fat has properly incorporated, we're going to start with kneading the dough, right? Now you want to add it gradually, because what happens is you don't want to create like too much of a soft dough and too much of a tight dough. So we're going to use a spoon. Remember I said my fingers are hot, so we're going to use a spoon to bring the dough together as much as we can. Now that we have brought the dough together, we're going to rest it in the fridge for about 15 minutes and season the veggie mince. Okay, so the veggie mince is going to act as a substitute for beef. You know that. Alright, so for this you want to go in with some ground ginger, garlic powder, and I prefer to season this from the, like I said before, from the night before. So all the seasonings marinate right through and through the mince, right? And onion powder. And we have here some dry thyme. Gonna add in some black pepper. Also some cumin. Some salt. Give that a quick mix. And don't you worry, all the other ingredients will be added a little later on, right? Okay, now that our dough has fully chilled, I'm gonna go in with some flour on the surface. Remember, everything supposed to be cold enough, right? And put down the dough. Now, one of the reasons why we want the dough to be not too tight and not too soft is because we're going to add additional flour, right? And ensure your rolling pin is properly floured as well. And my rolling pin has been chilling too. What I'm gonna do now is to just roll out the dough so we can put the fat in between, right? You can see, I'm not sure if you can able to see, but there's fats. You can see specks of fats in it. Now that it has rolled out, we're going to put the fat. Cold fat, guys, cold fat. Nothing too warm or at room temperature. We don't want to work with anything at room temperature, right? Reason why I get so much from the butter is because I pass it through the food processor. Minimal contact you can have with the fat, the better it is for you. And this is vegan butter and shortening, okay? Now this you're going to put in the refrigerator to chill and relax, right? Because you were working it and the gluten has developed, you want to put it and let it relax. You don't want to work with overworked dough. It's not going to be flaky. Alright, so now that our veggie mince has been marinating for a few hours, we're going to prepare it now. So we're going to still use some fresh thyme, Scotch bonnet pepper, guys, garlic and onion. Alright, you know, the Scotch bonnet pepper patties are always a little bit, just a little bit spicy. So you want to make sure you use just enough. And like I always say, if you don't want it to be too spicy, you can just go ahead and just omit the seeds. Okay, we're going to sweat our onions. At this time you can go in with the bay leaf and your allspice, pimento berries. We're going to take the pimento berries out and the bay leaf, alright? But we want to incorporate that nice Jamaican flavors in the meat, right? Alright, we're going to go in with the garlic now, or scallion. Scotch bonnet pepper. Alright, we're gonna go in now with the mince. Alright guys, we're going to remove the thyme I've removed the bay leaf and the pimento seeds already. We don't want this in there, right? And I guarantee you this is full of flavors. Now I'm going to come in now with some browning just for additional color. Of course, if you have the brown mince, you can use it, but that wasn't available to me, so I'm just using what I have. Alright, now that all or most of the water has dried out from it, that is what we want. We don't want this to be watery at all. Alright, it's time to assemble our patties. So what we're going to do now, remember these has been sitting in the fridge overnight. And also we're going to divide the dough into two because I don't want to overwork the entire dough and have to fold it again. So let's work with half first and then the next half after. Alright, so we're going to flour the surface. Can see all the layers. That's what we're going for, guys. Alright, we're going to use the pot cover to just shape it out. And just put this over here. Not quite ready for it yet. Of course, you're going to do the same for the second dough. Just shape it out. And if it's it that you're still working with the dough and it feels as though it needs to relax, just fold it and put it back in the fridge. Alright? Gonna go in with our filling now. And you want to leave space to seal the ends, right? And that's it. What you can do too is to just punch some ear holes at one side and back in with your filling. I didn't do it with the other one, but it's very important to let your dough breathe. We're going to bake this for 20 minutes at 190 degrees. Our patties has finished baking, guys, and I'm going to cut open one for you. Thank you so much for watching this video. As you can see, our patty is so flaky and juicy. Look at that. Thank you so much for watching this video, guys. Until next time, bye.